What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And well, guys, in this video we will be taking a look at the data contract, which honestly, guys, I've been really enjoying these contract missions. They're actually really fun, and not only that, they pay pretty dang decent for what they are. Kind of awesome, honestly. So obviously this one's 170k. You probably won't get that because I noticed Kenny and Cess take a little bit of money there, which really doesn't matter. Walk away with 150k after like 25 minutes. I mean, honestly, really can't beat that anywhere. So these are basically something to do in between the Cayo Perico heist. I think they're pretty fun overall, guys. But anyway, jumping right into the data contract right now, guys. So we're going to start off with the safe house location. If you would like, you could do defensives first. But personally, I'm going to do the safe house location mission first. Let's jump right into this. So for this, guys, I would just highly recommend following the helicopter here. Like, I'm using the MRS. It's very, very easy to do this. If you're worried about losing the helicopter, you won't. The first time I actually did this, I did use the Mark II, and I had issues later on in the mission because of that. Even though you could like get rid of it and call another vehicle, I recommend just calling one of your good cars and doing this. Any of the tuner vehicles would be great for this mission as well because they're plenty fast and can do this. I just figured I'd use the Emirates here because, well, I haven't really driven this car too much. So you guys just want to follow the helicopter to the point. Do keep in mind where the helicopter is going is always going to be a bunker. So as you guys will see here, for me, the skylift went all the way over here. So it does vary on where it may fly. So do keep that in mind there. I'm going to head over here right now to the next location. So what you guys want to do is head over here right now to the drop site. And it'll then give you a little prompt to take a picture of the front of the lovely bunker there. Not too bad, honestly, so all you gotta do is take a picture of it. So for this, guys, actually very easy. All you guys can do is literally pull up to the front of it, take your phone out while in your car, and take a quick picture of it, which will get you to the next part of the mission. So you guys will notice that the barrage pulled out of the bunker there, and this is where I recommend using a car you guys can actually shoot out of to be able to do this. It'll make this much easier. So for this, guys, I recommend going after the guy on the back of the vehicle first there because he has a machine gun. You can headshot him if you can line it up there, and if you're not aiming like me. You guys see there it is. Knocked him right off the back of the truck there. Then you guys head over to the front of the barrage here and take out the driver. Do not worry, it is not armored, so you can just take out the driver pretty easily with a headshot there, which will then get you the barrage. And then after you guys do that, you will then have to head over back to the city with the barrage, and those should be a bunch of enemies and crazy pedestrians running you over as well. And apparently everyone's got a gun out here. So you guys want to jump right into the barrage and then head back to the city to complete this. Once you guys arrive back over into Los Santos here and get back to your auto shop, this will then complete the mission. Do keep in mind the helicopters are a little annoying on this, and they will definitely try to shoot you out of your vehicle. And now, guys, that the safe house location is completed, we're now going to take a look at the defenses, which honestly this mission is actually pretty easy. There's three vehicles you guys have to go after. 2 are normally stationary and 1's like moving around. I'm going to explain which one I like to get right now, so let's get right into this. Alright, guys, so for this mission there's going to be 3 armaments that you guys are going to want to go after here. So one of them is always moving. As you guys see here, this one's going to be the one with the Insurgent. This will be a truck, mainly a flatbed that will be carrying the Insurgent. If you guys are looking to solo all 3 of these, this is the one I recommend going after first because it literally drives around Los Santos everywhere in the city. I don't think it leaves the city, but I know it'll circle around the city a lot, and it could be in random places at times. The other 2 are going to be completely stationary every time, guys. These could be different locations for you, but this is where they are for me. I know they're normally in the city, so do not worry too much about that. The one you guys are going to go after is the turret, though, which most likely will probably be this one for me. The other stationary one is going to be the Wastelander, which is that weird like pickup thingy, which has some stuff on it. Personally, I don't ever normally get that one. The main reason for that is I don't really see the point to get that one or the Insurgent, especially doing the solo. The turret is pretty much the only thing you guys are going to need, so let's head over to that right now. If you guys were going to use a Wastelander, I actually got all 3 of them that one run. I didn't use any of them but the turret, so if you guys are doing the solo, you really only need one of these, which if you guys are looking for the turret, it'll always be one of the stationary ones. And the Wastelander I notice is normally at gas stations, so that's where this one currently is right now at that gas station on the corner. So let's head over right now to the turret. Alright, guys, so pulling up to the location here where the turret is, you will notice that there is a bunch of armed guards everywhere surrounding it with some night sharks and helicopters here. So what I recommend doing, guys, you guys can actually pull right up to this. You could blow everything up, but the second you pull over here, all the enemies will start shooting at you just like that. So I'd recommend being careful there. These guys will actually shoot at the cops as well because, well, they're obviously corrupted. So for this, you guys can take all these guys out pretty easily with one of your favorite weapons here. Honestly, they're really not too hard to kill. I have noticed that. Sometimes they laser, which is kind of weird, but overall, guys, they're not really too bad to take out. As you'll see here, I've pretty much almost eliminated all of them already, and I really haven't even done much, so they're not really too bad to take out. Keep in mind, though, once you actually do that, they will send Merryweather Jeeps after you, and honestly, they're really not too bad to kill either. There's just a couple guys that will get out of them and try to take you out. So now that that's taken care of, guys, obviously you want to heal up here with some snacks if you did take some damage. Do keep in mind as well that the jeeps will continue to come after you, so do keep that in mind if you're wondering. I notice they do not stop, so once you guys do manage to do that, they will keep coming after you. You will notice the turn is right here, which will require you to pick up a truck that can actually pick it up. So for this, you guys can grab one of two of these night sharks here and back right up to it, and you'll pick it up instantly. And honestly, the night shark is actually pretty fast. Surprisingly, I do not own this vehicle, which is something I might need to look into. You back right up to it, pick it up instantly, and drive away. There's really no point of fighting the enemies, guys, and if you want to, you really can't use your guns anyway in this because it has machine guns on it. So I recommend just driving away and going right to where you need to deliver this as quickly as possible. Besides that, guys, there's really no other point of doing the other missions. Main reason for that is, well, if you're doing this solo, the turret can pretty much do it all because this thing can actually spin at a 360-degree angle, and you can just sit there and kind of destroy all the enemies in that last contract part of the mission there, which obviously I will show that after this as well, so you guys will see what I'm talking about with that, because I feel like this is the best thing you guys want to use. So guys, now that I'm at the location here, all you need to do is drive in and drop off the turret, and then you'll do like a little cutscene, and then you'll be able to go after the other ones if you would like. For a little trick here, if you guys would want, call your personal vehicle in before you go in here, because when you come out, it'll spawn right outside there, which is pretty cool. That'll complete the mission right there, though, guys. Well, unless you're actually doing the said turret only. If you're looking to get the other items, you can grab all three of them. Like I said, get the truck first. But personally, guys, if you're doing this solo, there's really no point of getting the other two. I don't really see the point, and even it says there, give a different more options to defend the client during the contact job. So you actually don't have to, and some weird things might happen where like the truck is like right on the highway right here. You guys see that there. So this is the truck right here. So in order to take them out, you're obviously going to have to use some type of gun. You don't want to shoot a missile at it because I believe it'll blow that up. So you guys can do what I'm doing here and just fly away and go kind of far away from it here. And try not to get run over by these crazy pedestrians on the highway as well. Once you're at a decent distance away, you can then see the truck there and try to take the guy out just like that. There's nothing stopping it there, and then don't get run over by the truck like I almost did. And like I said, this truck will just drive around Los Santos, so you guys can pretty much do that. I believe you actually could probably blow the car up after testing that. I think you could just take the Insurgent if you want. Actually, why don't we test that just because we're already here. You guys are wondering, let's do that right now. I'm going to RPG the truck to see what happens to the Insurgent. Insurgent can normally take RPGs, so let's see. Okay. So as you guys will see that was some unfortunate events there, but if you are wondering, you can get run over by pedestrians all day in this game as well. So moving right over here, let's see if we can jump into the Insurgent here. I believe you can, so as you just hit triangle next to it is locked. So do keep in mind if you were happen to blow this thing up, that might actually mess it up. So I did hit the truck with an RPG there, and it was fine, which is interesting. So now that you got the truck here, guys, you can just head over to delivering this thing in there if you want. Like I said, if you're doing this solo, there's actually no reason to, well, use these. I didn't use them at all. I actually did all three of them, like I said, and they just sat there. And the turret was the only one that I actually used, and I completed the mission with ease with that one. So do keep that in mind if you are looking to do that. Alright guys, so now that those two setups are completed, we can now do the actual final part of the contract here. So let's just jump right into this. So guys, now that we're in this menu, if you're wondering what weapon loadout I will be choosing for this one, for this I'm going to be using the Hustler again, guys, just because this bullpup rifle makes this so much easier. There's a good amount of enemies in this mission that will be attacking you, so having this weapon for range is very, very important. So once you guys finally get to the bunker, now do keep in mind the bunker that you guys will be getting to may be different than mine because, well, I noticed there's different locations for the bunkers that the helicopter goes to. So whichever the helicopter dropped the thing off at is the one you'll be going to. So for me, I had to go all the way past Sandy Shores up here to this bunker. Then what you want to do is obviously pull up to it. So guys, once you get down here, you will notice that there is a lot of enemies that will come and attack you. And well, this is where the bullpup rifle comes in, to be honest, because this thing is just so good for this. You can actually fight these dudes at range. It makes it much, much easier than trying to use a shotgun or something like that. So do keep in mind that they will light you up a little bit as well. So try not to stay in the open too long in certain areas as well, because they will pretty much just light you up. But besides that, guys, there's going to be 4 of these little things you guys must grab in here, which honestly, they're not really too hard to get to. Each area will have enemies. Take the enemies out and then grab the item in that said area. Once you guys take that guy out and obviously grab the one over there, you'll then notice that there is more enemies in this direction here, so do watch out for that. A shotgun loadout might not be a bad idea for this one if you guys wanted to use that, but personally, I feel like this AR just does it just fine. So heading out here, you guys can also grab a little armor thing there that's on the green thing. I actually did not notice that the first time I did this. So head back up this way, and I recommend going to the back left one next, mainly because of where it is. Watch out for this crate here. There's always a guy behind that. And for some reason, these shields don't do anything, which is kind of hilarious to me. There'll be some guys over here as well, and that guy will light you up pretty badly there, so watch out for that as I almost die. Healing up real fast here. This is why I recommend always having snacks, guys. I'm so glad they added the feature for that. That's easier to grab them all now. So once you guys do that, you can then grab the next one. After you guys grab that one, do keep in mind as well, I wanted to mention this, that the enemies will still shoot you when you're grabbing it, so there's no, like, set animation for it that pretty much protects you, you know, like opening doors in Dark Souls and stuff like that. That's definitely not in this, so do keep that in mind. If you guys are trying to open that up, you will still get lit up by the enemies there while opening it, so that could be a little frustrating, but you just want to be a little careful when you grab it. Make sure you're clear before you go in there and do it. So I'm going to grab this one right now. This is number 3 for me. They'll definitely be, you know, annoying you. So this area is going to be the hardest by far right here, guys. There's a lot of enemies in here that will definitely try to take you out, and they also hide very, very well for some reason. So you guys will walk in here and be like, oh, it's clear, and then there'll be a guy right around the crate that will just shoot you. So do watch out for that, as you'll see there. Perfect example. That guy was actually stuck. So moving back over here, trying to get on the right crate here to look in this direction. This will probably be the toughest one to get, only because there's a lot of enemies around this one, but you can still take them out fairly easily. Just make sure you're safe before grabbing the item there. So look in there, I don't see anything. Grabbing the last one now, and then you'll proceed to head out of the bunker. After you guys come out of the bunker, you'll then notice that I want you to go all the way to Elysian Island, which is a very far drive. So do keep in mind, wherever your bunker is, you guys have a bit of a drive ahead of you here. And also, the Jeeps will chase you the entire time on your way back. So it's going to be an interesting run. But pick your favorite car in the tuner class and just have some fun. For me, I picked the Comet this time because this car is fairly new from last week's drip feed. So I figured I'd test it out and see how it does on this. As you can see, that was not a good turn. Once you guys head back there, then the next part of the mission will start. So guys, once you arrive, you will then need to put the hard drives into the thing there. So want to head over there right next to Xavi and put the drives into there. So head in there and do that, and then the next part of the mission will start.
Plug 'em in. Let's get this thing done.
After you guys complete that, then you want to head over right away and grab your lovely turret there, and then head over to park it there in the front. So honestly, guys, for this, what I recommend doing is parking it in a specific place here that I did this last time I soloed this. Little quick tip too is you might want to be careful where you park your car, because I noticed the car will pretty much get demolished. So do keep that in mind and be a little careful there. So there's some enemies that are in the way here. You guys can take them out first before you actually get in the turret. Might be a good idea so they don't annoy you there. And then jump right into there and then proceed to blow everything up around you. Watch out where you put your car though, because I have noticed if you park your car in a weird place, you'll blow it up every single time. I noticed that because I blew my car up like 3 times, I think. So watch out for that. And then you guys will notice that there'll be enemies pretty much everywhere for that matter. So you just want to keep an eye out for them and watch them. This thing might be a little easier to use in first person as well. So be a little careful with that. So all you guys have to do is take out all the enemies that are in the area here. You don't want them getting too obvi there. So you guys want to be a little careful. And just keep an eye on that staircase there so they don't get too obvi. That's your best bet there. As long as you do that for a little bit of time, you'll see that it is uploading there in the bottom. Watch out for the helis as well, because they will instantly kill you. At least sometimes anyway. I have noticed that they're kind of hard for them to shoot you out of this thing, which is cool. I don't really take too much damage normally when I'm in this, which is good. I would say that's a good thing. And if one of the enemies do manage to get inside by Avi there, you will have to get out and go in there and kill the enemies before they take him out. So do keep that in mind. Try not to let them inside is your best bet, to be honest. Probably make this much easier. Watch out for the helicopters as well, because I noticed they seem to come out of nowhere. This thing can only go so high, so watch out. Keep an eye out in each direction as well on your mini-map to see where the enemies are the strongest and where they're coming, because that'll allow you to take this out easier so they do not get to him. Later on in this mission, guys, you will then notice that will start spawning a different vehicle to you, which is going to be the lovely weaponized Tampa here, and unfortunately it will blow my car up right now because it's right next to it, or not. You also notice this thing will also show up as well, and there's going to be a lot more enemies in the area by you, so do watch out for that. The only good thing is the helicopters will spawn in a different area, so the parking garage here will actually protect you, which is kind of cool, and or gas station. Not really sure why I called that a parking garage, but it works out regardless of that. So you guys will notice, like I said, the enemies are getting pretty close by, and they'll pretty much start attacking you more often. If need be, you could grab some lovely snacks there and heal up a little bit if they start getting a little insane. But normally, guys, I notice this really isn't too bad. I have noticed that as long as you stay right in this general area, you'll be able to be just fine. You also cannot shoot to the back of the truck there, I noticed, so do watch out for that. Once you get a little closer, you can take them out, though.
Okay, I don't know.
And then, guys, that'll pretty much get there almost at the end of the uploading thing here. Just keep an eye out on the enemies here and do not let them get near them. This is why I recommend using this, guys, because it makes this honestly so much easier. It's kind of crazy. Helicopter, like I said, cannot shoot you in that direction either, so the only way they'll be able to do it is if another one comes from that direction there, so watch out for them. And if you have your back turned to the enemies, you will also get lit up a little bit from them, so do watch out your health as well, because sometimes you can die. I have noticed sometimes they shoot your back pretty hard sometimes with this, but luckily they normally don't get too close to you as long as you keep an eye on them. And then just keep an eye on Avi here as well and don't let these enemies into there. And that'll pretty much complete this mission, guys. It's honestly not too bad. All these contracts are pretty fun, and I really have been enjoying them, and they're honestly really entertaining. And best part is they're done solo, so you actually can do these all by yourself here. And the crazy Tampa drivers over here, man. What is that? Take the guy out just like that, and then that's pretty much it. And once you take out the remaining enemies here, you'll pretty much complete this mission, and that'll be pretty much it. So there's a good amount of enemies that will spawn left here, guys. There's not really that many. Whatever's left is pretty much it, and that'll pretty much end the mission there. So take out what's left, and sometimes you might actually have to get off this thing to finish off the enemies. Enemy left, guys, so you can just headshot the guy in the helicopter there, which will take him out. And then for some weird reason, I noticed there's always an enemy really far away from the area, so it's kind of weird, but he's normally over here for some reason. I don't know why, but happened to me multiple times I've done this. He's kind of just chilling over here for some reason, so you just head over here and take him out. And that's pretty much all you have to do there. Once you take him out, you head back over to Avi, and that will be the end of the contract. Like I said, guys, it's pretty simple overall. Luckily, these missions are not too bad, and they're actually very fun to do by yourself. I wonder if Rockstar will add more. I believe there is more than 6. I think I already have another one after completing it. And then I also believe there is more than that coming in time. And who knows, maybe there'll be a hard mode version added eventually. And that'll do it for the contract, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely tune in for the rest of them as well. And thank you guys again so much for watching the video, and I hope this helps you guys out.